Now we'll talk in greater depth about the judiciary side of the honor code. The Judiciary Board focuses on issues related to academic integrity and honesty. A few examples of JB cases include plagiarism, copying homework solutions, or as we can see here, rappelling down into the physics office, bypassing the laser security system, and stealing the final exam answers for Physics 23 special relativity. And while the effort is appreciated, I think we can all agree that effort would be better served in the form of a prank. Not again, Alona. Now we'll look at possible JB cases and see if they are in fact honor code violations. Case number one, student A and student B work on a homework problem together on the same whiteboard. They write up their own answers separately and cite their collaboration. This is not an honor code violation. In fact, this is a great example of what collaboration looks like at Harvey Mudd. As you will soon learn, if you haven't already, collaboration is encouraged by professors at Mudd. Now, professors may have slightly varying collaboration policies, so you should always check each class's syllabus for clarity or ask your professors directly. However, while policies may vary, this is undoubtedly a welcomed approach in your core classes especially. And the key to this case, or the key to the good collaboration, is that they are equally contributing to a discussion of the ideas surrounding the problem, but they both write up their own answers separately in their own words, and they cite their collaboration. Case number two, student B paraphrases a paragraph they found online in their paper. They do not cite the source. There is an issue here, and while paraphrasing is always a good thing, the issue is that they used a resource that they did not cite, and so they were not properly giving credit to that resource, even though they did paraphrase the ideas into their own words. You always need to cite what resource you received any kind of information from. Case number three, student C, stuck on a homework problem for hours, has an incomplete proof. By glancing at work left on a whiteboard, student C has an epiphany and arrives at a complete solution. There is an issue here, and while this is similar to case number one, both cases involving students using work on whiteboards that then led them to answer the problems, in this case, student C did not contribute to the discussion that led to the work on the whiteboard. So they're effectively using an outside resource and not citing it properly. Therefore, they're gaining an unfair advantage over other students. Case number four, student D has a take-home exam. Student E is still preparing for it. Student E asks if student D thinks student E has missed important topics. This is an honor code violation, and the reason for that is that student E is gaining an unfair advantage over other students by asking student D, who has already taken the exam and therefore knows what is on the exam, about important topics. Now, this may seem like a bit of an insignificant point, but it actually occurs quite frequently at Harvey Mudd because we do have take-home exams that you'll be in a situation where some of your friends have already taken the exam, or maybe you've taken it before them. And the best thing to do in those cases is to not talk about the exam. That way you avoid giving out any information or receiving any information that would give you an unfair advantage over other students. In summary, there are three main points that I think you should take away from the JB side of the honor code. And the first is to ask your professor specifically about clarifications on what resources you can use for homeworks, exams, etc. And in addition to that, read the syllabus, because this oftentimes contains details about what collaboration looks like in that class and what is and isn't allowed for that specific class. Secondly, cite everything, including non-written resources such as Mathematica and your collaborators. When I'm thinking about what to cite on homework assignments, exams, papers, I think about a line that Professor Orson, a math professor at Mudd, told us, and that's that he uses exams and homework assignments as a vehicle for us to demonstrate our understanding. And by citing whatever needs to be cited, I am clearly demonstrating to the professor, this is what I know, this is what I got help on, and being very specific about it, so it allows them to really understand my knowledge that I have at that current time. Lastly, write your own answers. This helps you learn better, and it's also a great check to make sure that you're understanding the material. Additionally, it helps you avoid any issues that may arise from copying solutions or having solutions that look too similar to other students' answers.